For practice this week, I wanted to offer the contemplation on the mat of setting aside expectations in order to arrive at a place of just being grateful for the experience, right? The opportunity. I think when we step onto our yoga mats, oftentimes we expect the practice to continue to offer us exactly what we need. And it does do that, but it's not always in the way that I think we expect. It's like, oh, I need to feel grounded today. My practice is going to give me that. There's a lot more interplay between your agency and the experience that you're having. And so recognizing, like, when you step onto your yoga mat, you have 60 minutes, and that in itself is a gift, right? Just the ability to step onto the mat and arrive to the practice. And I'll take you on a little adventure in terms of shapes and movements, but there's so much room within that for you to create it into what you need, but also to stay open to receive whatever the practice is choosing to offer to you today. And sometimes what we need is not always what we think we want or need. Sometimes it comes in the form of something challenging or unexpected that we wouldn't have necessarily asked for ourselves, but in the end offers us incredible benefit. And so just moving with that at heart and mind today, that there is a path that's already laid out for me, and I can trust in that. And the universe has my best interest in mind. But sometimes that path looks very different than I thought it would, right? I know for me, I was like, yesterday, it's my 30th birthday, and I spent the day like moving while battling the snow. And then like I arrived to teach all of a sudden, and I was supposed to go to dinner with my parents, and then there was snow, more snow. It was like a whole thing. And I was like, well, this isn't where I thought I saw myself when I was turning 30, right? This is not how I imagined the day to go. But it was perfect. Yeah. So allowing, again, the practice this morning to be an opportunity to like set aside the expectations of what is supposed to be, what needs to be, and just like let it be revealed to us. Yeah. We're going to start in a seated meditation to find grounding, and then we'll start to move from there. So go ahead and adjust to a comfortable seat. And then if you prefer to start in your child's pose or on your back body, or maybe a belly down Savasana, just finding the shape that resonates most this morning. And then take a moment to settle and adjust. Invite your eyes to soften shut. And as you take a deeper inhale in, feel that sensation of fullness. As you slowly exhale that breath away, when you reach the bottom, just notice that sensation of empty. As you deepen your breath and lengthen each exhale, start to feel every moment along the way of your inhalation. And feel every moment along the length of your exhalation. And continue to flow with the breath. Notice your sits bones rooted into the support of the earth. Just feel your heart, your crown, lengthen a little bit taller to the sky. Feel a sense of extension through your center column, your spinal column. And feel how your breath can help facilitate the upward energy of your spine, that sense of buoyancy, expansiveness in your body. Every exhale can be an opportunity to settle in, to let go, to release away. And as you're ready, bringing maybe one or both hands to the space of your heart. We'll just take one round of cleansing breath together. So deep inhale through your nose, fill up all the way. And then when it feels right, open mouth, exhale to release. As you shift into your Ujjayi pranayama, breathing in and out of your nose, just slowly find your way to your tabletop. Just starting to shift shoulders to stack over wrists. Hips come to stack above your knees. Let's start with our eyes closed, fingers spread nice and wide. And listening for your breath, your next inhale will begin to sweep you into your cow shape. Lift your heart and untuck your tailbone. Just taking your time, exhale to press and curl into cat pose, round through your spine. And traveling through 2 more cycles with your breath in and your breath out. Just like we did with the breath, feeling all the moments along the way, each of these movements. So as you inhale, feel the little moments between neutral and lifted through your heart and tailbone. And as you exhale, feel all the moments along the way from here to that cat spine, the roundedness through your upper back, slight tuck of your chin and tailbone. As you come back to neutral in your spine, you're going to start to slowly tuck your toes as you take a breath in. And then press up and back to your downward facing dog, breath out. Take a slow pedal here, just starting to wake up the backs of your legs. You push the earth actively away. Feel your arms lengthen completely. Notice your breath, and can you light up your Ujjayi pranayama again? And over your next breath cycle, take a walk to the top of your yoga mat. As you find the top of your yoga mat, soften your knees, relax your belly to your thighs. And a few rounds of breath here. I'm going to mute myself so I can take off this sweatshirt. Okay. And then from your forward fold, just starting to slowly send a little bit of extra lift into your tailbone. To the backs of your legs begin to wake up slightly more. And inhale into your halfway lift. Breathe length along your spine from crown to tailbone. With your exhale, go ahead and forward fold, release. Take a deep breath in to rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, reaching both hands high. Your exhale brings your hands to your heart center. Let your eyes soften shut. Deep breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, letting expectations go. Deep breath in, hands reach high to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, soften your knees and slowly hinge forward to your forward fold. Taking a halfway lift, breathe length into your body once again. And as you exhale, high plank, plant your hands and step your feet back. Just take one really steady breath in your plank position. Maybe close your eyes so you could really feel into the refinements of your shape. As you engage through your front line, as you find length through your entire body, intention in your hands, your center. We'll inhale to shift forward. And then knees up or down, exhale to lower all the way to the earth. Can you draw your elbows in, collarbones wide? Maintain the engagement of your core and thighs as you descend. Untucking your toes. Low cobra, inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, draw your elbows back and towards the center line of your body. Take an extra breath in, feel the strength along your spine, help you lift a little bit taller through your heart. And exhale to release. Pressing to your child's pose, take your time to send your hips to your heels. Really anchor through your hands and just take one big breath in and one breath out. Bending your way back into your downward facing dog as you slide forward, tuck your toes, and push your hips up and back. Allow the weight of your head to release and relax. And inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, again, relax your head. Keeping your right leg long, just flex your foot and square your hip. So concentrating on the big stretch to your left hamstring. Take an inhale, maybe right heel lifts a little bit higher. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. Three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg reaches tall again. This time as you exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Rising to your fingertips, left knee is going to sink to hover to find your cow lunge. Pull your chest through your biceps as you take your breath in. And slow motion, lengthen both of your legs to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. From here, start to bend into your front knee again. Lean into your right foot and find a gentle standing split, left leg towards the sky. Right, this time, right, we had a square hip on our three-legged dog. In our standing splits, we're going to actively open our left hip. So a little bend through your right knee. Actively find big external rotation through your left hip. Feel your glute med, your outer left glute light up. Send energy up through your left foot. Maybe you bend your knee and open your hip. Standing splits at a fire hydrant as you take an inhale. On exhale, we're going to go into a very gentle Shiva squat, bending both of your knees. Sink your booty low. Peek your heart forward. And then push through your right heel to re-extend standing splits as you inhale. We'll meet in our chair pose. Both knees bend as you land your left foot to the earth. Let your seat get low and then follow an inhale to rise and reach up. On exhale, send your arms back into airplane wings. Take a moment here, re-engage through your center so your low back is supported. Spread your collarbones wide across your chest. You externally rotate your upper arm bones. So think palms down, thumbs wide, then pinky fingers squeeze to the center line. From here, left foot stays on the earth. Begin to come to your right tippy toes. Maybe flamingo your right heel up and in. Focus through your gaze. We'll inhale to rise slowly to stand with our right leg. Your one-legged mountain pose, hands reach up high to the. Let's bring hands to heart center. You have the invitation to extend your right leg forward to the front of the room. Big kick through your right heel. Drive down through your left heel. Taking an inhale. On exhale, we pendulum swing back into our airplane pose. Dekasana. Maybe finding a little micro bend through your left knee to help support your stability. Take a breath in. And then high crescent lunge. Exhale, step to your right tippy toes to the back of your yoga mat. Begin to lift your heart and hands tall. Now in our high crescent, we're going to interlace our fingers except for pointer fingers and thumbs. Think about lifting to your back body and your front body. So I like to imagine I'm lifting my back low ribs away from my low back. It's okay if the back knee bends a little bit. And even though my front ribs are drawing in, I'm still thinking about lifting up and away. From there, if it feels good, then maybe start to add in more of a back bend. So I like to move into the back bend from using my right foot like a gas pedal. I'm going to push through my right foot and think about sliding my rib cage forward first. And then I'm going to think about my sternum lifting up and over towards the back of the room. Take one more inhale. This first layer, we're just setting up our pathways. As we exhale, say warrior two. Releasing your arms, right heel rotates down to open up. We'll reverse our triangle with a big breath in. Lengthen through your left side, reach your left hand up and over. And then as you breathe out, begin to extend your triangle, reaching forward, forward, forward into your Trikonasana. Left hand can either go to your shin bone, or block the earth. You can bring the back of your left hand to your inner left shin. That's going to be the most core engagement variation. Wherever we are, can we think about wide collarbones? Front ribs drawing in, pelvis pressing towards the wall that you're facing. You're drawing into one plane of energy. As you slightly turn your sternum to the sky, take an inhale. As you exhale, can you send energy down through your roots, your feet? Moving to our reverse warrior, start to bend your left knee and use a big breath in to sweep your left hand all the way up and back. On exhale, we windmill down through a low lunge into a twisted low lunge, right hand to the earth, left hand to the sky. Take a nice big breath in as you rotate your heart open. And on your exhale, release your right knee to the earth. Engaging through your core, we're going to stay with the twist. Left hand begins to lead you up. You find this open arm twist in your Anjaneyasana. Maintaining the twist, we'll inhale to exalt. Right hand sweeps high to the sky. And with your exhale, slowly windmill down. As your hands come to frame your left foot, half splits, begin to lengthen your left leg and flex your left toes to your face. Take a slow breath in. And as you slowly exhale, think about untucking your tailbone to the sky. You draw your left thigh bone back and plug your right hip bone forwards, that squaring action of the hips. Then emphasize your spine, feel that length from your heart to your tailbone. From here, we'll start to bend into our front knee. Plant your palms to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. You're in a low lunge. On your inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Just like we were working with before, keep your left leg long and strong, but flex your foot and square your hip. Big push away of the earth. Maybe left heel lifts a little bit higher, deepening your right hamstring stretch as you take an inhale. With exhale, bring your left knee to your nose. Three-legged dog, take your time, lift your left leg up and back. And then when you're ready, slowly step your left foot forward to the front. Cow lunge, right knee's just gonna hover this time. Invite your heart forward just for your inhale. And then shifting into your cat lunge, maybe adjust your feet. So you find your hamstring stretch with exhale. Now this side's already kind of had some time to warm up, especially because we just had our half split. Just noticing how the back of your left leg feels. Bend into your left knee. Gentle standing splits. Right leg to the sky. Begin to open your right hip. Really light up your right outer glute. It's super important here to draw the energy out of our left hip. And then maybe start to bend your right knee, opening your hip into a standing splits at a fire hydrant shape. You push down through your left foot as you squeeze through your right seat. Take an inhale. Exhale to your Shiva squat. Start to bend and slowly tap right knee to the back of your left calf. Pausing at the bottom, look forward. Root down to reach tall into your standing splits. Deep breath in. Chair pose is our exhale. Build it from the earth. So really take your time as you place both feet down. Hips get low. The rest of the body will follow. Finding your intentional airplane arms, allow your hands to sweep back beside you. Right? Recreate that openness to your chest, noticing your breath. Lean into your right foot. Begin to elevate to left tippy toes. We'll take our flamingo on the left side. Left heel draws up. As you focus your gaze, an inhale brings you to your one-legged mountain. Exhale, option for hands to heart. Option to extend your left leg long, pressing through both heels. Left heel to the front, right heel to the earth. Shoulders are stacked over hips. Plug your left thigh bone in. Feel your quad working as you take a breath. Airplane pose, Dekasana. Sweep your left leg back. Can you maintain the openness across your chest here? In your airplane, release an energy through every limb. And feel your in-breath and feel your out-breath. Listening to your breath as your tempo for descent. Start with a deep inhale. Use the entire length of your exhale to slowly stretch your left tippy toes to the back of your yoga mat and lift your heart and hands. We'll interlace our fingers except for pointer fingers and thumbs. Send energy up through your pointer fingers and thumbs. I like to do like a little wiggle here to get the rib cage away from the hips. If it feels good just to be going energetically up, maybe you stay and work here. Drive energy down through your feet. Left heel is perked up nice and high. If you want to go to the back bend again, think about your left leg strength. Sliding your rib cage first forward, and then your thoracic spine tips back. So think about the forward sliding action as drawing you out of your low back. Maybe chin lifts away from your chest. If that feels okay in your body, take one more breath here. We're going to be starting to move through our warrior two next. The left heel rotates down. As you adjust your feet, inhale to reverse your triangle. Toss it up and back. Feel your right side body lengthen. Moving to our Trikonasana. Trikonasana, little micro bend through the right knee. Reach across the horizon line first. And then take it into your triangle pose for today. Prioritizing the length through both side bodies. Okay. Feeling the active extension through every limb. As you draw yourself into one plane, pelvis going forward, back the heart leans back into alignment. Take one more cycle of breath. We'll start to reverse our warrior from here. Bend into your right knee. Deep breath in to help you up and back. Extend through your right fingertips, side body stretch. Exhaling through your low lunge into a twisted low lunge, left hand to the earth. You square your hips left tippy toes. Now from your twisted low lunge, you're going to let your left knee lower down. Right hand starts to draw you up into your open arm twist within your Anjaneyasana. Continue it into your exalted crescent. One full breath in. Exhale, we'll begin to windmill us down into our half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Begin to extend your right leg and flex your right toes towards your face. Now, everything is always adjustable, so you can always move where your hands are. You can always adjust where your right foot is. Think square hips, long spine, active right leg. As we offer our body 2 to 3 cycles of breath here, think about slowing down each inhale and slowing down each exhale. You notice the dialogue that's moving through your mind, your relationship to this area of your body, this particular stretch. You're always helping to release any negativity by creating space for that which is gratitude. So noticing, and if we start to shit talk our hamstrings, is it an opportunity just to be grateful to be able to show up to our mats and stretch in this way. Here we go. We'll bend into our front knee. Back toes tuck, back knee lifts. You're in your low lunge. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg high, take a full breath in. Keeping your right leg long and strong, flex your foot, square your hip. As you square your hips, continue to push energy through your heels. Right heel high as you inhale. Bring your right knee to your nose as you exhale, push the earth away, curl, contract. Can we hold for our breath in? Can we hold for our breath out? Three-legged dog. Inhale to reach your right leg high. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Right, one time, cow lunge as you take a breath in. This part's just slightly different. I'm going to go directly into our standing splits. As you exhale, big push through your right foot. Without momentum, left leg to the sky. Start to open your hip. When deciding to maybe bend your knee and open your hip here, option, find a little micro bend through your right knee. Tent your left fingertips wide, and then maybe your right hand reaches for your left foot. Good. If that connection between hand and foot isn't initially available, try moving into a Shiva squat. Look over your right shoulder so your right hand can grab your left foot, and then begin to push through your right foot to find this kind of candy cane variation. Pull your heel to your seat, squeeze through your left glute to lift your left knee high. If you're going for extra challenge, looking at the top of your yoga mat, you can bring your left hand to your right ankle. I definitely recommend that you bend your right knee if you're going for that variation. Then from wherever you are, slowly start to release. Both knees soften as we step into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Deep inhale, rise, reach. Feel your seat light up. Exhale, airplane arms. Leaning into the power of your left leg, flamingo, your right heel up and in. Just like before, we're going to inhale to rise tall with right leg. On exhale, hands to heart. Maybe extend your right leg forward, take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Perhaps you extend your hands overhead to warrior three. Take an inhale. Slow release to our high crescent as we exhale, right tippy toes to the earth. Interlacing your fingers except for pointer fingers and thumbs. Take a big breath in, find lift. And exhale any amount of depth. One more inhale, emphasizing the length of your entire body. Exhale, warrior two. Peel open. Breath in to reverse your triangle, lengthen up and back. On exhale, any triangle variation. If you're wanting to go for a little more spice, you can stretch across the horizon line in your reaching triangle. You could also reach both hands overhead to the front. You're trying to target your right obliques in that case. Drawing front ribs in, continue to be one plane of energy wherever you are. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. From whatever variation of Trikonasana you've chosen, inhale to reverse your warrior, left knee bends as your left hand sweeps up and back. Exhaling through your twisted low lunge, right hand to the earth, the left hand to the sky. Begin to release your right knee down as you find your exalted Anjaneyasana right away. Take it all the way up, big breath in. On exhale, we'll go into our half splits, or you could also choose to go towards your full splits. So as you extend your left leg, invitation for your left leg to start to scooch forward, forward, forward. Whatever version of splits, whether you're exploring half or full, think about the length of your spine. Find 3 cycles of breath. Deep and steady inhales. Slow and steady exhales. About 2 more cycles of breath. Now from your hamstring stretch, slowly start to ease your way out. We're going to meet in a low lunge, so really take your time, especially if you're moving towards your full split. Once you're in your low lunge, back knee lifted off the earth, you're going to push the earth away. Three-legged dog. Send your left leg up and back. So you relax your head. Left leg stays long and strong, but flex your foot, square your hip. Think about pressing energy through your hands and feel how that line of energy continues back through your left heel and up to the sky. Full inhale. Exhale, gather your left knee into your nose, shift your shoulders over your wrists, keeping that space between shoulders and ears as you inhale and as you exhale. Three-legged dog, lengthens left leg high. And then land your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Just for your inhale, cow lunge. Right knee sinks to hover. And then really take your time as you shift into your left foot for standing splits. Exhaling initially your breath in to help open your right hip. So again, you can stay here in your open hip standing splits. You can bend and open. You can bend and catch. The left hand would be reaching to connect to your right foot this time. Head is heavy. Again, if this connection isn't automatically available, try going into a Shiva squat first. Look over your left shoulder to find your right foot. Left hand connects. Right hand is nice and wide for stability. Now, for depth of flexibility, right, you're going to look to the back of the room, to the wall that's behind your yoga mat. For your balance challenge, with a micro bend or a little bit of a more generous bend for your left knee. Look down at the earth directly below your face, so you're looking slightly forward. Right hand catches left ankle. That's going to be for your biggest balance challenge. Good. Wherever you are, whatever you've chosen, slowly start to release. Bending both knees, chair pose, second to last chair. Or actually, this is our last one. Let your booty get low. Take a big breath in and reach up high. That's exciting. On your exhale, finding airplane arms. Maintain and create openness through your chest. Okay, your right foot's going to support you this time, so start to find your flamingo on your left side. Left heel draws up and in. Your drishti point, your gaze is lasered out in front of you at a single unmoving point. And then root to rise with your left leg. Take an inhale to grow tall and reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Invitation for your left leg to extend long. Right, proud to the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale is either airplane or warrior three. Have the invitation to reach out in front of you for Virabhadrasana 3. Wherever you are, think about length and strength as you inhale. High crescent is our exhale. Place your left toes down. Interlacing your fingers except for pointer fingers and thumbs. Find your expression here. What feels most free and liberated, what feels most expansive in your crescent lunge as you take one more cycle of breath. Begin to release open into your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Then right away, inhale to reverse your triangle. On your exhale, you can choose reaching triangle or traditional Trikonasana. So for reaching triangle, I like to start by reaching across the horizon line. I'm trying to lengthen my right side body to give me access to contract through my left side body, my left obliques. From there, you can send both hands overhead. Make sure there's a little micro bend to your right knee, and your muscles are actually lit up throughout both legs, so we're not dumping into the right knee joint. Both side bodies are going for extension. So your tailbone nice and neutral. Take one more cycle of breath. When you start to feel ready to transition, moving to your reverse warrior, bend into your right knee. Big breath in, send your right hand up and back. Twisted low lunge, start to windmill down as you unhook your left heel. Squaring onto your left tippy toes, we twist to the right side of the room, left hand low, right hand high. Begin to lower your left knee. Exalted Anjaneyasana, open through the heart. We're twisted to the right as we take it all the way up and back to that reversed variation, our exalted Anjaneyasana. Go ahead and start to windmill down into your half splits or your full splits. So Ardha Hanumanasana, or if you're shifting into your full splits, Hanumanasana. Leaping across the length of your yoga mat, can you find length through your spine as well? And then length in 3 cycles of breath. I think this third breath maybe be your slowest, most intentional breath of your day. From whatever variation of splits you're in, we'll meet in our low lunge, bend into your front knee, back toes tuck, back knee lifts. Step into your high plank position. Give your plank a moment to feel everything light up and engage. And then following your in-breath, slide forward to your tippy toes. On your exhale, take it down all the way to your belly. Untucking your toes. Rest your hands underneath your forehead, belly down Savasana. Breathing down into the earth, inhale to fill up your abdomen. And exhale, let yourself drop a little bit deeper. We're going to start to walk up into our sphinx pose. When you're ready, no rush to get there. So you're going to bring your shoulders to stack over your elbows. Your forearms are 2 parallel lines at the top of your yoga mat. Now, extra important is that you have your elbow joint and your shoulder joint stacked, right? Once you have that, your upper arm bone is perpendicular to the earth, and you're going to push down through your elbows, push through your forearms, your palms, your fingertips. Find proud energy at your chest. And imagine as you anchor through your hands, your elbows, you're dragging your ribcage actively forward through your collarbones and biceps. So think about pulling the ribcage forward while keeping your heart open, collarbones broad. Shoulder blades start to squeeze gently together, continue to push down and pull forward. Take one more breath here. Think about being heavy through the tops of your feet. Navel to spine connection strong. If you want a little bit more as we take our last breath here, you can push through your hands, lift your elbows. You can super strong through the lower body as you find your seal pose. Drawing shoulders out of the ears, breath in. Belly down Shavasana is where we'll meet. Exhaling to the earth again, stack your hands underneath your forehead. Bend your knees and take a few windshield wipers side to side with your legs. And when you're ready, start to send your legs long, shifting into child's pose. Take your time to send your hips to your heels. And a really slow and expansive breath in. And a slow and steady breath out. And shifting into a tabletop pose. Big breath in, twist your right hand to the sky, preparing for thread the needle. As you exhale, dive your right arm underneath you, shoulders out of ears, anchor down to the outside of your right arm, so right palm is facing the sky. Now, you might send your left fingertips forward, tenting your fingertips, kind of clawing the earth. So you draw left shoulder away from your ear. Send one big breath into the back of your heart space. It's going to take our thread the needle each side before we do a nice little core blast on our way to the back body. As you start to feel ready to transition, your left hand is going to come to frame your face again. Pushing through your left hand, big breath in, unravel and reach your right hand to the sky. Breath out brings your right hand to the earth. Inhale, twists you open, left hand lifts open, rotating through the chest. Exhale, dive your left arm through, thread the needle, second side. Shoulders out of ears, big anchoring through the back of your left arm. Perhaps your right fingertips reach forward to claw the earth. Feel both shoulders sliding down your back body out of your ears. Maybe move your hips a little bit side to side here. And then breathe into the sensation that shows up. Okay, starting to release, right hand frames your face. Inhale, unravel, twist your left hand high for a second. Breath out to release. And shifting to find a seat at the top of your yoga mat. Starting with our heel anchors, knees are bent. Heels are flexed into the earth, toes are pointed to the sky. Now think about using the strength of your core to dig your heels, not just down, but to isometrically pull your heels towards your glutes. So as you pull your heels towards your seat, again, that's helping to draw the front ribs in, navel to spine. We start by reaching up tall as we take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, slowly start to lean back like 1/3 or halfway. Hands reach forward for counterbalance. With your breath in, use your core to sit up tall and reach up tall. We'll do 2 more like this. We exhale to hinge back, navel pulls to spine, heels grounded as we reach forward. Inhale from your core, slowly sit up super tall, reach up tall. Think about your thumbs reaching to the back of the room at the top. 1 more like this. We're going to lean back about like 1/3 or maybe halfway. Collarbones open across your chest. From your core, sit up tall, reach up tall, take a big breath in. This time as you exhale, your left elbow is going to pull back. So think about leaning back just like we did, but we're going to twist to the left. Pulling through your left elbow like you're pulling a rope. Look towards the back left corner of your yoga mat. Heels stay anchored. We're going to inhale, sit up tall, reach up tall. Exhale, second side, right elbow pulls, twist to the right, lean back, look to the right, back corner of your yoga mat. As you inhale, sit up tall. Good, exhaling to a low boat. Begin to lower all the way into your low back this time. Still slow and controlled along the way. When your low back reaches your yoga mat, float your legs up. So you want to make sure your legs are high enough that you can use your core to keep your low back completely grounded. If our legs start to get too low, our low back will try to float and take over. So low back is completely grounded, front ribs in. Good. As you take an inhale, you twist your left hand wide to the left. Open your heart to the left. Exhale, left hand sweeps forward. Last one here. Inhale, reach your right hand back, twisting your heart towards the right side of the room. And exhale, right hand forward. To release, bend your knees into your chest, let your head and shoulders drop to the earth. Take a deep breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Right. Setting up for our bridge pose, knees are bent, feet ground down into the earth. Check that your feet are about hips distance. Your heels are stacked directly beneath your knees. Once you're ready, take an inhale to prepare. And on your exhale, drive your feet into the earth. Think about sending your tailbone up and forward. So it's like you're tucking your hips to the sky. Trying to preserve as much space to your low back as you can. Now, the parts of your body that are still touching the earth, can we really root through those areas, right? To find upward energy and buoyancy through the rest of the body. And you can stay in your bridge pose and continue just to breathe here. Or we'll get strong through our left foot. Engage your core to keep your hip bones even. Maybe send your right leg up to the sky, your single leg bridge. Now, similar to what we were doing in our one-legged mountain pose, we're pushing through our left foot to press up through our right heel. So it's like when you were pushing through the foot that was on the ground to help lift your leg high in that one-legged mountain pose. Same situation here. It's a different angle. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, figure for your right ankle on your left thigh. Figure four bridge. Flexing your right ankle, hip bones nice and even. Still take one more big breath. Maybe hips lift a little bit higher if that's available. And as you breathe out, release your hips to the earth. Bring that whole figure four towards your chest, catching the back of your left leg or the front of your left shin bone. As you flex your right ankle, take a little rock from side to side. Your shoulders sink down away from your ears as you take another breath here. When we unwind, we'll take wind removing pose and your right leg long across your yoga mat. Hands will gather your left knee into your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale guides you to your supine twist. Left knee passes to the right. Your left shoulder lower to the earth. Take 2 rounds of breath. Slowly start to come back to the midline. Bring both your knees to your chest first, just to reset along your spine. And setting up for your second round of bridge pose. Okay, heels are rooted. Take a breath in. As you anchor through the 4 corners of your feet, scoop your tailbone forward and up, lift your hips. Imagine a block between your inner thighs, so your big toe mound is rooted and supporting through each foot. So the 4 corners of our feet are all involved here. Now, as you find a really strong bridge pose, hugging to the midline, everything drawn up and in, you can stay exactly as you are. If you're going for that single leg variation, as you start to shift into your right foot, feel the evenness of your hip bones remain the same. Then from there, use your core, use your seat to send your left leg to the sky. And then can we even out the hip bones? Can you drive through your right foot, really feel your right glute? Take your time, feel your breath. It's okay if your hips have gotten a little bit lower than they were initially in your bridge pose. Now from here, left ankle is flexed. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, figure 4 bridge, left ankle on your right thigh. Right? If this doesn't feel good for your low back, or for any reason this doesn't work for your body, knowing that we're going to that figure 4 next, you can just lower your hips to the earth right away. Otherwise, give your bridge one more big squeeze, and then slowly descend your hips down to your yoga mat. Maybe you bring that whole figure 4 to your chest. As you flex your left ankle, find a sway from side to side. You have one more round of breath here. And when you're ready to unwind, let your left leg go long. Bring your right knee to your body, hands catch the front of your right shin. Gather your thigh in close as you inhale. Just let your exhale release your right leg across you, supine twist. You offer your body 2 cycles of breath. Try not to rush inhale or exhale. Really give your breath in as much time as it needs to fill up completely. And then give your breath out as much time as it needs to empty all the way. If it feels good here, you just want to stay a little bit longer, let your bones get a little bit heavier. It's totally fine, no rush. When you're ready to return to the back of your body, rolling to your back, bring both your knees to your chest. Let's take a happy baby butterfly hybrid. So you're gonna catch the outside edges of your feet in your happy baby pose. And then bring your big toes to touch. Knees can go wide, heels can be split apart, so you don't have to bring the entire soles of your feet together, just big toes to touch. So your knees move wide and forward, shoulders that have ears. Take a nice slow breath in. A nice slow exhale out. Now if you prefer to take some time in your traditional happy baby, maybe finding your way there, you could incorporate a little sway from side to side. Feeling your sits bones lengthen to the front of your yoga mat. Shoulders slide down away from your ears as you take a breath in. Your exhale as your knees release to your chest. Curl your forehead to your knees, take a nice big breath. And then your exhale will send you out to Savasana. Release your arms and your legs long. Allow your eyes to drop shut. And as you feel yourself sink into the earth with your eyes closed, maybe take one more big breath in through your nose. And then an open mouth exhale to let go. If your mind has started to drift, you allow yourself one more minute just to be and to breathe. And returning awareness back to the breath again. Using the constant rise and fall of inhale and exhale. It's that anchor point that is always available to us. Return us to the present, all the possibility that exists within the present moment. So gathering hands to heart center as you focus on the rise and fall of your breath. As you feel your body resting upon the earth in this moment here and now. The beat of your heart in your chest. The pulse of life moving through you. We close our practice with a deep inhale through the nose. One more time, full breath in. And then open mouth exhale to release, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us and guiding us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. And thank you so much for being here this morning. And namaste.